Okay Google, unbox the Pixel 2. Anyways, here is the Pixel 2. This is just the regular old Pixel 2. It is the cheapest one you can get. It's a 64GB black standard Pixel 2. Now, I'm not going to go over specs yet. That'll be in the next bit, because it's time to open the box. And there it is, upside down. Don't know why it's upside down, actually. So let's pull that out there. So here is the phone, all wrapped in plastic. So you just kind of peel that off, and then peel that, and oh, it ripped. But here's the Pixel 2. Front's all shiny. Back's really nicely textured aluminum and glass. And let's move on to the rest of the stuff in the box. So underneath the cover here is just our paperwork information. So let's take a look at that. So in here, you've got a really difficult sticker. And we have familiar Google packaging. Let's get started. A quick start guide that tells you how to move from your old phone to your newer phone. Safety information and more safety information. Also in this little package here is a SIM ejection tool. So this is a SIM ejection tool. It's just a little circle with a stick hanging off of it. Also in the box is a little USB Type A to Type C connector. So you can transfer all your files from your old phone to your new phone. See, Type A to Type C. Below that is all of our cables. So we get a USB Type-C to 3.5mm adapter because the Pixel 2 does not have a headphone jack, and a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable with, the greatest thing ever, a little cable management clip. Under here, in this little box here, we get our wall wart, which is a nice matte white with film to peel off. So, now that we've taken everything out of the box, we can talk about specs. So, on the front of Pixel 2, this is what I'm reading the specs off. On the front, there is a 5-inch 1080p display, and flanking that display are dual front-facing stereo speakers. And next to the top one is the front-facing camera, which is 8 megapixels, as an f2.4 aperture with a fixed focus, and it will shoot video at 1080-30, 720-30, or 480-30. On the back, there is a fingerprint sensor, no wireless charging because it's made of aluminum, but there is NFC, and the camera on the back is a 12.2 megapixel sensor with an f1.8 aperture, and it will shoot video at 1080, 30, 60 or 120, 720, 30, 60 or 240, and 4K 30. Inside the phone, there are 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, and a 2700 mAh battery alongside a Snapdragon 835 and an Adreno 540 GPU. That's really all for the specs, so let's talk about first impressions now. Right off the bat, you can tell this phone is built really well. It's made of aluminum, but it has this coating on it that Google says on their website is paint, so it has an interesting texture that doesn't quite feel like metal, but you still sometimes get that cold metal feeling. The glass on the top is incredibly difficult to keep clean, especially with the Google case, because interestingly enough, it leaves a ring of dust from your pocket where the camera isn't, so that's a weird thing that I've noticed. Another thing that I've noticed from using this phone for more than a week now is that the speakers are really good, so I'm just gonna, the mic is like right here, I'm touching the mic, it's like barely out of frame, so I'm just gonna hold the phone like this directly at the mic, just to show you how good the speakers sound. No, stereo front-facing speakers are one of those things that once you hear them, you don't want to go back to using rear-firing or even bottom-firing speakers, because they just sound weird. They just sound so much better than everything else that you don't ever want to switch back. Another really interesting feature of the Pixel 2 is the active edge, as Google calls it. So you just squeeze the phone, and Google Assistant pops up, and it... No! Google Home, go away. You squeeze the phone, and then Google Assistant pops up, and it basically just does whatever you want. And it's basically understanding everything I'm saying right now, and it's like writing it into Google Assistant, and it's really fun. It came with like an app or something from all that. Like, hold on, just take a look at this for a moment. Look at that. Why? Just why? So I've only had the Pixel 2 for about a week, but so far it's been really good, and in 2 weeks I'm going to try and have a review of this out, and I'll let you know if anything has changed since then. But next week I should have an unboxing of the Google Home Mini, and by the way, thanks for 200 subscribers, because that happened recently. So that's really it for this video. So if you did enjoy, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment how I can improve future videos, suggest a future video, and that's really all I can think of to say right now, so see you next time. Bye!